Now the 3-2 pitch. Left side, but well fouled. Lots of kids here at the ballpark on their summer break. 94 degrees at first pitch.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Skied into very shallow right. Trumbo has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. With that, a look at the Cubbies starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you know, the key for this ball club has been Jason Hayward. He's in the top 5 in runs scored in the National League, so he's a big part of the lineup. The guys behind him are doing a good job of driving him in, too, but they'd be a whole different team without him. In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
On to Davis at first. It's a double play, and the side is retired. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. It's on to the bottom. John Lester, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy is doing quite a job against lefties. He's held lefties to an under 200 batting average to start the season, so he's doing a lot of things right when the lefties step into the batter's box.
The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Here's another 1-2. Hit in the air down the right field line. Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
The 1-2. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lifted into the air out towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit.
That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters. 3, 4, 5. Nice piece of hit.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Donald Jones. He comes in today leading the American League in batting for the season. The 1-1. Drilled on the ground to short. Stopped on the slide by Russell. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Into the box, Chris Bryant. He begins this one with the 4th best batting average in the National League. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1. The next Cub up, Kyle Schwarber. In yesterday's ball game, he launched a couple over the wall, so we'll see if he's got some more thump in that bat here in this one. Schwarber connects and sends a ball to deep right field. And wow, that got out onto Utah Street.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long as he can.
Swinging a soft liner, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
And it misses. 3-1 now. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Hey, thanks, Matty. You know what, D-Road? Nothing you'd like more than to win this one here. They've got a long roadie coming up. and they'd like to win this one to get themselves on an airplane onto a long road trip on a positive note.
You know this, Dan, as well as I do. 10-game road trip, a lot of packing involved the night before this one. They're going to have to find a way to stay focused, win this ball game, and get on a happy flight.
Standing in now, Brett Gardner. A ball and 2 strikes now. With runners in scoring position this season, Gardner is below the Mendoza line. Batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
So in now for Chicago, Guy Bake on the season. He's hitting just over 290 coming into action here. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start. So here's the cleanup hitter, Chris Davis. He's always a long ball threat, currently 4th in the American League in that department. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Ready now for Baltimore, Adam Jones, as he begins this one as the 4th leading hitter in the American League. Good idea with the change, but it's 2-1. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team is playing well right now, and they got their ace on the mound. This guy has unbelievable stuff, and I can't underestimate the fact that this is a day game. We are creatures of habit. Guys are used to playing 7 o'clock games at night and rolling out of bed around 12, 1 o'clock and heading to the yard. Instead, they're going to get stuff thrown down their throat right at that time. I hope these guys got out of bed and got a few cups of coffee.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Adam Jones goes down for the 2nd out in the bottom half. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher right there, stealing a strike with that get-me-over breaking ball, and now he can get a little nasty.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and it is a beautiful day here in Baltimore, Maryland, as we're set to begin the 3rd frame in this one from Oriole Park. He pulls this one into right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the 1st out. Ready for another chance? Anthony Joy. He flew out in his last at-bat. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Popped him up. There to pull it in is Machado, and that's out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Anthony Rizzo. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo. The 1-2. A bouncer to the left side. Machado is there. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. Evan Gattis now standing in. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count. Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Riding in, Manny Machado. He's hitting just above the banner 300 mark on the season coming into this one. Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. 1 out, nobody on. Inside, he misses, ball 4. So striding forward now, Brian Reyes. been feeling pretty good about things recently as you see the numbers over his past 10 contests. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball. Digging in to try it again, Jose Reyes, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. The 1-2. Fly ball out toward right field. Hayward coming on. He can't get to it. This one's down. Colin Hayward shoots off the cannon. He is out at home plate. Digging in for his second at-bat, Brock Holt. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. 1-1 on its way from Lester. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. Lester sets. 2-2 on its way. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone. And here's Chris Bryant now. He'll step in to start things out here against Kevin Gossman. The 2-1 is in there for strike number 2. Here now the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Riding in once again, Kyle Schwarber. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, now this guy flexed his muscles on that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Hit in the air down the right field line. On the move is Trumbo. He gets there to make the play, and that. Digging in the switch hitter, Donald Jones, will start it off for the Orioles with the ever-dangerous Chris Davis looming in the on-deck circle. And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Hit hard back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the 4th. So a base hit for him has him aboard to start out their half of the 4th as we take a look at the league leaderboard in hits. And as you can see, he's had a great first half as he leads the AL in that department. So 1-1 home. And there he goes towards second. And this one's in the dirt. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Gloved by Russell, and that's the first out. In now for the O's, Adam Jones, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Here's Mark Trumbo now. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Mark Trumbo.
The 1-2 is a called third strike right on the inside corner. Stepping up now, Logan Forsythe. He'll start off the 5th in this one. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
The batter.
Now to the plate, Brett Gardner. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Settling in now, Guy Bake. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Down the first baseline, and he'll take this over to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner moves into scoring position at second. Now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Jason Hayward. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. 2 balls and a strike to count. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch, and he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're good.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. Evan Gattis now standing in. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. To 2-2 now. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off well.
Throw on to first in time, 1 away. At the plate, Manny Machado. He drew a walk his first time up. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Digging in, Brian Reyes. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ball game.
Brian Reyes.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1-2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Anthony Joy. That's lifted the other way out to left. Gattis has a beat on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Count remains full. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Kyle Schwarber will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. We flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. And he will get. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul, and they'll do it again. And he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4. Here's Brock Holt now. Leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Brock Holt now with a full count.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Digging in to try it again, Donald Jones. He singled his last time up.
Jones.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. 1st and 2nd now with 1 away. Here's Chris Davis now. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Riding in once again, Adam Jones. He went down on strikes last time up. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And this one's high and tight, backing him up 2-1.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Lester sets. Here it is on 3-1. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Reyes at second. Jones on at first with 2 down. To short. Russell's got it. Throw on to first is going to be in time in the Orioles. Here's Addison Russell. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Fastball down near the shoe tops. Here now the 2-2. Is laid off, and the count runs full.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So it's an inning-opening single to kick off their half of the 7th.
Man, he got the front foot down right there, kept the front shoulder up, and was able to stay inside that ball for a soft liner in the center field.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And this will wind up working as a sacrifice as he steps on first, allowing the runner to move into second. Here's Brett Gardner now. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. A swing and a ball to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away. Ready for another shot now. Guy Bake, and he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
And I think it's a combination of factors that might be getting to him right here. You've got that pitch count that's getting up there, but also the...
And now, meanwhile, this is going to be extra bases, and that may just get a couple of runners home. And he's in safely to third, as a run will score on the play as well. Here's Jason Hayward now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Amazing he was able to lay off in this situation. Your eyes light up when you get something above the belt, especially with a man on third base.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. High in the air out to center field. Jones is under it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Ready once again, Anthony Joy. And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3-2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4. Digging in once again, Anthony Rizzo. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will make the catch just shy of the track. Here's Mark Trumbo now. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game.
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out to straightaway right field. And it's going to get out of here. A home run. It's a solo home run off the bat of Mark Trumbo. 8th home run on the season for him. And that puts the Orioles on the board. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Into the box, Evan Gattis. Lifted in the air to center field. Joy is camped under this one. One gone. Ready for another chance. Manny Machado, who was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
Up next for the Orioles.
In now for the O's, Brian Reyes. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will, just to the right of the chalk, a fair ball. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Here's Chris Bryant now. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a manager, especially when your guy's still pitching well. You've got to kind of look for some signs. Is he starting to get hit more? Is he losing his command? Even if he's still throwing strikes, stuff like that.
Yeah, good points to keep an eye on if he continues on much longer. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Well, the 1-2 pitch didn't go his way, and now a miss there on 2-2. You know he doesn't want this at bat to get away from him, so I think we're going to see a challenge pitch on a full count.
Snap throw from the catcher. Here's Addison Russell. Into the corner and slicing foul. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? The second for 1. Back to Davis, and they turn the double play. The next Cub up, Logan Forsythe. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. 1-1. Taken, strike 2. So far this season with runners in scoring position, Forsythe is a back. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Chicago.
Ready now for Baltimore. Brock Holt. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Back goes Hayward. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting.
The Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. And he'll be very happy with how the day went. Now to the plate, Donald Jones. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Hey, this offense needs to get it going right here. Somebody has to take it upon themselves to have a quality AB and get this team to start thinking past the baton mentality. They cannot continue to go up there and look like they have no game plan.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Gardner is there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Here's Chris Davis now. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Now, surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Stepping into the box, Adam Jones. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Payoff pitch one more time. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Here's Brett Gardner now. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Oh, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw sails a bit, but Davis is able to get up there to record the out.
Now batting,
In now, Guy Bate. Bases are empty, one man out. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Jason Hayward earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now. At the plate, Anthony Joy. Ready with the 0-2. Ground ball right side. Davis has it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning. Hector Rondon enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the 9th. Digging in and looking for more, Mark Trumbo. He went deep last time up.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off of closers, but this guy hasn't been super dependable so far this season, and he's blown several saves up to this point.
Popped him up. Forsythe is under it. 1 away.
Up next for the Orioles.
Digging in, Evan Gattis. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. Coming to the plate now, Manny Machado. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. 1-1, here it is. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Barring any late turnaround, the win would belong to John Lester. 3-1. Rondon's ready. Here's the 3-1. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner. Now at the plate, Brian Reyes. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. Machado is off at first with 2 away. Baltimore down to their final strike. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Swing and a ground ball to 3rd. Bryant is up with it. Throw on to 2nd for the force, and the ball game is over. 3-1 score this afternoon. Chicago took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. John Lester earned his 9th win of the year as he racked up 10 strikeouts in the effort.
Now batting, Ken Griffey Jr. The round is now underway. Home run number 1. Got about that one. 3 minutes to go. That's 3 in a row now. Goodbye! That's into the bullpen. Two minutes remaining. No doubt about that one. Home run number 6. A hat trick. 3 in a row. That's number 4 in a row. Straight home runs. One minute remaining. 6 consecutive home runs. Make it 7 in a row now. Seconds left. Hitting first in this championship round, number 24, Ken Griffey Jr. 4 in a row now. Three minutes to go. It's gone. He has earned an additional bonus time. Six consecutive home runs. Make it 7 in a row now. That's gone into the bullpen. Two minutes remaining. That's a home run. See you later. That one's in the bullpen. Another home run. One minute remaining. Thirty seconds left. There's number 12 now. That one is out of here. His 13th home run. Ladies and gentlemen, your Home Run Derby champion, J.D. Martinez.